Good morning, students. Welcome to SAKAR Group Tuition online video lecture. Students, last time we have already started our second chapter from statistics. The name is linear correlation. But the problem is that one time we have studied only the theoretically based, and from today we have starting the calculation about this measurement by using the different kind of the formula. But before we starting the formula and understanding it, first we have summarized the previous lecture's topic. First time when we starting our secondary chapter linear correlation, at that moment we have studied what is a definition of correlation. Friends, I repeat again. Sometimes we have seen the change are committed between any two variable exactly with the same time, and if a correspondence relation is also be seen between them, it can be said a correlation. After then we have understanding how to creating the two variables. We have taken an example between the price and demand, and after then we see which kind of the variables we have created. Then after we have understanding how to change are committed between two variables exactly same time. We have seen that when the price is 1 rupees, unit demand is 800 rupees. But in the second time, when the price is changed, the same moment demand is also be changed. This kind of the change is called as committed change between two variables with the exactly same time. And after that we have understanding what is the correspondence relation. I repeat again. If we meet some times of the change in the first variable or any one variable, and the effect will be shown into the another variable, such kind of the effect is called a correspondence relation. And dear friends, remember one thing: if you realize the correspondence relation stay between two variable only when a relationship is be stable between two variable, तो आपको ये बात हमेशा ध्यान में रखनी पड़ेगी कि अगर आप डेफिनेशन कोरिलेशन की देने जा रहे हो ना, तो इस वर्ड के ऊपर आपका फोकस कंप्लीटली होना चाहिए. बिकॉज ऑफ विदाउट कॉरस्पॉन्डेंस रिलेशन देयर इज नथिंग रिलेशनशिप मेड बिटवीन टू वेरिएबल्स. कई बार ऐसा भी बनता है कि हमारे पास दो अलग अलग वेरिएबल्स की वैल्यूएशंस क्रिएट होती है. यस, हाउएवर वी हैव सीन द चेंज आर कमिटेड बिटवीन टू वेरिएबल एग्जैक्टली सेम टाइम. ये भी होता है कि उन दोनों में चेंज भी एक साथ बनता है. But if the correspondence relation is not stable between them, then it can be not say a correlation. तो मित्रों, correlation के लिए आपको ये बात ध्यान में रखनी पड़ेगी कि दो variables होने चाहिए, change एक साथ होने चाहिए, और one more, yes, correspondence relation must be needed for it. तो correspondence relation तो होना ही चाहिए. तो मैंने आपको price और demand का example लेके ये बताया था कि दो variable है, एक साथ change हो रहा है, और yes, if we change price, then we see the demand is also be changed, because of as per demand law, price is increased, demand is decreased. Otherwise price is decreased, then demand is increased. तो मतलब price में कुछ भी change करते हो ना, तो इसका effect आपको demand के अंदर दिखाई दे रहा है. This is called the correspondence relation, and if the correspondence relation seen between them, it can be said a correlation. I repeat last time, if the change are committed between two variable exactly same time or same moment, and if a correspondence relation seen between them, it can be say a correlation. After understanding the meaning of correlation, we have studied a next level in the second part, at where we have understanding the types of correlation. I repeat again, there are two different types of correlation. One is positive correlation, second is negatively correlation. If the change are committed between any two variable with the same direction, then it can be said a positive correlation. After that we have understanding what is the definition about the same direction change. If the value of first variable is increased, then the value of another variable is also be increased. Otherwise, if the value of first variable is to be decreased, then the value of second variable is also be decreased. Means एक का बढ़ना दूसरे का बढ़ना, एक का घटना दूसरे का घटना. Same types of the change are committed between two variable, such is called the same direction changes. And if same direction changes आपको दिखाई दे, that can be said a positive correlation between any two variable. For example, age of husband, age of wife. use of electricity and its bill, use of vehicle and use of petrol. Such are the examples which are being taken as a positively correlation. But sometimes we have seen the change are committed between two variables with the opposite direction, and that can be said a negatively correlation. What is the meaning of change committed in a negatively direction? Then definition is that if the value of first variable is increased, then the value of second variable is to be decreased. ये क्रॉस वेरिफिकेशन होना चाहिए students. Okay, I repeat again. If the value of first variable is increased, then the value of second variable is to be decreased. Otherwise, the value of first variable is decreased, then the value of second variable is increased. Such kind of the change are called as a negatively direction. And the change are committed between two variables with the negatively direction, then it can be said a negative correlation. Example, price and demand. We notice that if the price is increasing, then the demand is decreasing. Such is called a negative direction. So between price and demand, we can be say that a negatively correlation stay between them. Second one is your saving and expenditure. If we expend more and more money, then our saving is become the lowest. Such is called the negative opposite direction. It is also be called. So इन दोनों example के बीच में negatively correlation बीच में आपको दिखाई दे रहा है. Anyway, after that we have understanding the main topic with this chapter, a measurement which we calculated in the formulas, and that is called the correlation coefficient, which is denoted by the symbol of R. We have understanding the definition of R, the measurement which can be helpful to us to know about exactly numerical value and the types of correlation, such is called the coefficient of correlation, which can be denoted by the symbol of R. And we have noticed that this measurement was to be found a great statistician whose name is Mr. Carl Pearson. After completing such theoretical points, we have noticed that the measurement which we found in these topics is called as our coefficient of correlation, and we have noticed that such R is to be found out by using the three different types of method. First is scatter diagram method. But this method is not be continued today because of this is only the base of theory. When we completing our chapter 2, at that moment we have understanding this theory base. तो उसको अभी pending करते हैं. Second method is Carl Pearson product moment method, which we continue today. And the final one is Spearman's rank correlation method. Such are three methods which is useful to find out the exactly measurement which can be known as R. From today we have starting the second important point. Second method, which is called as Carl Pearson product moment method. Condition number 1. When the Carl Pearson found the measurement R at that moment, he realized that such R is to be found out by a different types of the formula. Because of he studied that and released the data about that कि जिस टाइप्स की आपको इंफॉर्मेशन सम के अंदर देंगे, such kind of the information is usefully to define R by the different types of the formula. So today we have learnt all types of the formula which was released by Carl Pearson, and we have understanding which kind of the data is being given and which kind of the formula we have taken. So now today we will continue the different kind of the formula which is using to define R by Carl Pearson product moment method. Condition 1. If x bar and y bar are with the perfect number, then we have using such formula R equal to sigma x minus x bar into y minus y bar divide under root sigma x minus x bar whole square multiply second under root sigma y minus y bar whole square. After solving this, question is that how we understanding this formula is to be used. Then here is condition. This is the formula is used only when both the means are exactly with the perfect number. Now the question is that how we understanding both the means are with the perfect number. तो चलो उसके लिए एक थोड़ा एग्जांपल मैं आपको बताता हूँ. Dear students, when we find R, we have given the data in which you have to send two different types of the variables value we have given by the horizontally. एक वेरिएबल x होगा, सेकेंड वेरिएबल y होगा, जिसमें कुछ अलग अलग नंबर्स आपको देंगे और ऊपर आपको हेडिंग में लिखा होगा फाइंड द कोरिलेशन कोएफिशिएंट बाय यूजिंग कार्ल पियर्सन्स फार्मूला और द मेथड. अब आपको क्या करना है, जो हॉरिजॉन्टली फॉर्म में आपके पास दोनों वेरिएबल्स की वैल्यू आएगी. आप जब स्टार्टिंग करोगे ना कैलकुलेशन का, आपको सबसे पहले आपको दोनों हॉरिजॉन्टल वैल्यूएशन को वर्टिकली फॉर्म के अंदर आपको सजेस्ट करना है. सो फर्स्ट वी हैव ट्राइड to vertically all types of the value from both this variable like x and y. After then completing the vertically form, then first we have find both the mean. अब 11th standard में आपको पता है, if we want to find x bar, then we have using the formula about sigma x upon n. Anyway, first we taken the addition of value x and it is divided by the number of values. If the number of observations are 5, then we divided the sum of observation with 5. If the number of observations are 7, then we divided it is 7. तो sigma x upon n करने से आपको जो मिलेगा वो आपका x bar का आंसर होगा. तो सेम कम्यूटेट कैलकुलेटेड फॉर y, वेरिएबल y की जो वैल्यूएशन होगी उसमें आप एडिशन करोगे, दैट बिकम सिग्मा y. नंबर के साथ उसको डिवाइड करोगे, सच इज कॉल्ड y bar. तो सबसे पहले आपको x के ऊपर से x bar फाइंड करना है, y के ऊपर से y bar फाइंड करना है. नाउ लिसन मी केयरफुली. आफ्टर फाइंडिंग बोथ द मीन, if the answer is receiving as the perfect number, now the definition about the perfect number we can understanding that if the answer is without pointed value, such is called the perfect number. For example, x bar is 22 and y bar is 35. These are the number is without pointed value, so it can be known as the perfect number. बस तो आपको ये ध्यान में रखना है, अगर दोनों मीन आपके विदाउट पॉइंट में आते हैं, मतलब परफेक्ट नंबर से आते हैं, तो उस वक्त आपको r फाइंड करने के लिए कार्ल पियर्सन की ये फार्मूला यूज करनी है. दिस इज द कॉल्ड एज प्रोडक्ट मोमेंट फार्मूला व्हिच इज टेकन लाइक दिस वे, r इक्वल टू सिग्मा x माइनस x बार इनटू y माइनस y बार डिवाइडेड अंडर रूट सिग्मा x माइनस x बार स्क्वायर इनटू सिग्मा सेकंड रूट सिग्मा y माइनस y बार स्क्वायर. ओके, तो ये आपकी पहली फार्मूला बनेगी. आई रिपीट अगेन, this formula is taken only when both the mean are with the perfect number. But listen me carefully students, it is not necessary that all time whenever we have find the means and means are outcome with the perfect number, it is not necessary that sometimes both the means are out of two and one mean is a decimal number. Now the meaning of decimal number, question is that what is a decimal number? If the answer is committed with the pointed value, then it can be said the decimal number. For example, if x bar is outcome with the number like this 22.35, 27.39, such is called the decimal number. तो आपको ये बात ध्यान में रखनी है, अगर बिना पॉइंट वाली वैल्यू आती है विदाउट पॉइंटेड, तो आप उसको बोलोगे परफेक्ट नंबर. बट अगर पॉइंटेड में कोई आंसर आता है, दैट कॉल बी नोन एज द डेसिमल नंबर. तो समटाइम्स जब आप x बार y बार को फाइंड करोगे तो दोनों अदरवाइज कोई एक भी मीन आपका अगर पॉइंट में जाता है तो उसको आप बोलोगे डेसिमल नंबर. नाउ लिसन केयरफुली, इफ द मीन्स आर आउटकम विद द डेसिमल नंबर एट दैट मोमेंट, first formula is not become the useful to us, so we have taken at that moment the another types of the formula. But here at that moment we have two different types of the option to choosing any one and define r. When I repeat again, when the r is to be find by the decimal number at that moment, we have two different types of the option. First is direct method, second one is shortcut method. Now listen be careful. If you want to take the direct method when the means are with the decimal number, then the formula is like this: r equal to n into sigma xy minus bracket form sigma x into sigma y divide under root n into sigma x square minus sigma x whole square multiply second under root n into sigma y square minus bracket sigma y whole square. But listen be careful, This is the direct method formula is using when the numericals value of both variable are given with less than 30. अगर आपके वेरिएबल की वैल्यूज 30 से कम है और आपके मीन अगर डेसिमल नंबर में आते हैं, उस वक्त फाइंड आउट आर करने के लिए आपको ये डायरेक्ट मेथड यूज करनी है. ओके, बट समटाइम्स वी हैव सीन दैट both the mean or any one of mean is decimal number, but if the values of observation variable x and y is given more than 30, then we have using the another types of the formula, and that is called the shortcut types of the formula. मतलब ये कि अगर आपके मीन डेसिमल नंबर में आते हैं तो r फाइंड करने के लिए हमारे पास दो चॉइसेस रहेंगे, डायरेक्ट मेथड, शॉर्टकट मेथड. बट आपको कब डायरेक्ट और कब शॉर्टकट से कैलकुलेशन करनी है वो भी आपको ध्यान में रखना पड़ेगा. आई रिपीट अगेन, अगर दोनों मीन आपके डेसिमल में है और वेरिएबल्स की वैल्यू 30 या उससे लेस है तो आप फर्स्ट वाली फॉर्मूला यूज करोगे आर के लिए, दैट इज कॉल्ड द डायरेक्ट मेथड फॉर्मूला. बट इफ both the mean or any one types of the mean is outcome with the decimal number and the values of variable is seen more than 30, then we are using the another types of the option, that is called the shortcut types of the formula. And this formula is like this: if you using the shortcut formula, then r is equal to n into sigma uv minus bracket from sigma u into sigma v divide under root n into sigma u square minus sigma u whole square multiply second under root n into sigma v square minus sigma v whole square. अब ध्यान से देखो, ये डायरेक्ट और शॉर्टकट मेथड में सिर्फ नोटेशन ही आपको चेंज करना है, अदरवाइज थीम वही रहेगी. यहां पर आपकी डायरेक्ट फॉर्मूला में जहां पर आपने x लगाया है, शॉर्टकट में वहां पर u हो जाएगा. डायरेक्ट में जहां पर y है, शॉर्टकट में आपका v बन जाएगा. इफ वी रिमूविंग x एंड y and taken as u and v, then become the shortcut types of the formula. तो ये पहले तीन फॉर्मूला से आपको कैलकुलेशन करनी है. नाउ आगे बढ़ने से पहले once again we have repeated all these three formula because these are the important topics for us to define r. I repeat again, when you have to given the information about to find r by using KP method, then first we have find both the mean, because of these are the formula is depend on the value of mean. Condition 1, if x bar and y bar are with the perfect number, then we using the first types of the formula which we see. But second, if the means are outcomes with the decimal number with pointed value, that is called the decimal number, then we have two different types of the option to define r. First is direct method. When you using direct method, I repeat it, if the means are with decimal number and the values of observation or the variables are less than 30, then we have using a direct method. This is the formula. But if the number of observations are seen more than 30 and mean are outcome with the decimal number, that moment we are using the shortcut types of the method. If we removing x and y and taken u and v, then it is become the shortcut types of the method. अब फर्स्ट थ्री फॉर्मूला की कैलकुलेशन को समझने के बाद नेक्स्ट अब थ्री अलग अलग फॉर्मूलास की कैलकुलेशन पढ़ेंगे. ओके,